without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to and welcome Irvington's favorite, Caleb Hawkins.
With his back against the San Francisco traffic, on the bridge's side that faces towards a jail, setting out to join the demographic, he hoists his first leg over the rail. A phone call's made, police cars show up quickly. The sergeant slams his passenger door. He says, "Son, why don't you talk this over with me? Tell me what you're doing it for." He says, "It's a little bit of everything. It's the mountains, it's the fall. It's the news at 6 o'clock. And it's the death of my first dog. It's a little bit of everything." There's an older man who stands in a buffet line. He is smiling and he's holding out his plate. And the farther he goes back into his timeline, that hard road always led him to today. While making up for when his bright future had left him, making up for the fact his only son is dead, and letting out everything at once when his server asks him, "Sir, can you tell me just what it is you want?" "I want a little bit of everything, the bacon and the beans, whatever helps me to forget about the things that brought me to my knees. So pile on those mashed potatoes and an extra chicken wing. I'm having a little bit of everything." Somewhere a pretty girl is writing invitations for a wedding she has scheduled for the fall. Her man says, "Baby, can I make an observation? You don't seem to be having any fun at all." She said, "Just you worry about your shirt size and your groomsmen, and rest assured that this is making me feel good. I think love is so much easier than you realize. And if you can give yourself to someone, then you should. 'Cause it's a little bit of everything, the way you joke, the way you ate. It is waking up before you, so I can watch you as you wait. So on that day in late September, it's not some stupid little ring. I'm getting a little bit of everything. 'Cause it's a little bit of everything. It's a matador and the bull. It's a suggested daily dosage. It's a red moon when it's full. All these psychics and these doctors, they're all right and they're all wrong. It's like trying to make out every word when we should simply hum along. It's not got some message written in the dark, or some truth that no one's seen. It's a little bit of everything. Well, it's the second time to play on this stage. I played for the Woody Guthrie event, opening night here, and I remember everybody that was involved in that whole project. We thought, man, if we can get 12 to 20 people to show up, this thing's going to be a rip-roaring success for Irvington. And I was double booked to play here and also in Castleton that night, so I played my first set in Castleton, and I drove, and it was just a miserably hot night. I didn't have AC in my van, so I showed up and I was already wringing wet with sweat, and I changed my shirt in the parking lot of Lazy Days, and I walked over here, and as I'm coming in the door, I can just kind of sense that there's just a massive amount of energy in the building. And I try to get down the steps, and I realize that it is bumper to bumper people. I mean, everybody is just shoulder to shoulder, standing room only. And I thought, that's what it must have felt like in the 1960s to be in New York City, and Bob Dylan and Joan Baez and all these people are playing in some little basement coffee shop on a corner stage just like this. And everybody's just there to see the music. I thought, that's what this is about. That's what Irvington should be proving to the rest of the city, what we are capable of. And I had to play my 10 minutes and then use my guitar as a paddle to get up the steps. The crowd now had, by the time I had played, gone from this room, standing room only, to going straight up the stairs. There was a speaker at the top, and there was about 8 to 10 people gathered around the speaker, and they're just staring at the speaker because they can't see the stage. That's kind of cool. I'm going to do one. For those who know me, I'm a 5th generation musician, and I've always played music my entire life. My dad used to play for me as a little child, and this is one that I used to fall asleep to. Well, the fox went out on a chilly night, prayed for the moon to give him light. He had many miles to go that night before he reached the town. Oh, town, oh, town, oh. He had many miles to go that night before he reached the town. Oh. Well, he ran till he came to the farmer's pen. The ducks and geese were kept there, and he said, a couple of you gonna grease my chin before I leave this town. Oh, town, oh, town, oh. A couple of you gonna grease my chin before I leave this town. Oh. Well, he grabbed a great goose by the neck and threw the duck across his back, and he didn't mind the quack, quack, and the legs all dangling down, oh, down, oh, down, oh. He didn't mind the quack, quack, and the legs all dangling down, oh. Well, the old pretty woman, she jumped out of bed. Out of the window she popped her head, crying, John, John, great goose is gone, the fox is on the town. Oh, town, oh, town, oh. John, John, great goose is gone, the fox is on the town. Oh. Well, he ran till he came to his nice warm den. There were the little ones, 8, 9, 10, crying, Daddy, Daddy, better go back again. It must be mighty fine town, oh, town, oh, town, oh. Daddy, Daddy, better go back again. It must be mighty fine town, oh. picture this. Well, a fox and his wife without any strife, they cut the goose with a fork and knife. They never had such a fine supper in life, and the little ones chewed on bones, oh, bones, oh, bones, oh. They never had such a fine supper in life, and the little ones chewed on bones, oh. Well, I'm going to do one that I know JJ's heard me play this one several times at parties and around the guitar shop. I feel like if you can listen to this song start to finish and something in at least one verse doesn't resonate with you and who you are, then you must not have had any kind of childhood or any fun in your life at all. This is a Brady Carlisle song. My grandpa gave me a wheat penny, and I kept it in my pocket. I had big plans for my backyard to build me a space rocket. Used to talk to my brother on a fake CB that I made from a tic-tac box. And I packed my snowballs nice and tight, but in the middle I put rocks. Don't trade in your tic-tac box for a ball on the end of a chain. Don't go spending grandpa's pennies buying into a game. You gotta keep your heart young. Don't go growing old before your time has come. You can't take back what you have done is done. You got to keep your heart young. Dad took the wheels off of my bike and he pushed me down a hill. But speed got the best of me and I took my first spill. Well, that was back when alcohol was only used on cuts. I stung like hell and I jerked my leg and Mama said it would give me guts. Don't trade in your tic-tac box for a ball on the end of a chain. Don't go spending grandpa's pennies buying into a game. You gotta keep your heart young. Don't go growing old before your time has come. No, love is a loaded gun. You got to keep your heart young. So take a picture of the one you love and put it in a locket. Go dig up your time capsule and the blueprints for your rocket. Keep in touch on your fake CB, that same old tic-tac box. Pack your snowballs a little less tight, but in the middle, still put rocks. Don't trade in your tic-tac box for a ball on the end of a chain. Don't go spend your grandpa's pennies buying into a game. You gotta keep your heart young. Don't go growing old before your time has come. You can't take back what you have done is done. You got to keep your heart young. Well, sometimes you don't die quick, just like you wish you'd done. You got to keep your heart young. So don't trade in your tic-tac box for a ball on the end of a chain. And don't go spending grandpa's pennies buying into a game. You gotta keep your heart young. You gotta keep your heart young. How's everybody doing tonight? Everybody having a good time?
Yeah. Thank you.
There's still cookies left, so everybody's having a good time.
And coffee.
And and coffee, yeah, there we go.
Something else.
And the staff of life right there. Well, this year has been just an amazing journey for me. I released my record, and I titled it Journeys, almost a year ago. Actually, I think I released it in November, so it's been over a year. And if I had known then what this year was going to look like, I think I probably would have titled that album something else. You know, there was just so many things happened. Most recently, I think the biggest and most the biggest obstacle, I'm trying to put it in words, was that October 17th, a drunk driver was going down 21st Street as I was headed home, and he just T-boned my van and sent me into a spin. And the end result was that I was able to walk away with just some minor burns and scratches and a lot of pain from being slammed around in a careening vehicle. And thanks to a genius chiropractor, I'm able to stand up here tonight and play. But through that downtime of not being able to work or really go out and do a whole lot of gigs, I was able to sit down and really reflect on the last 360 plus days of my life and everything that's happened, and you know, just some of the hard times that I faced. And this song kind of came out as a little bit of a prayer for myself, and a love song also. Can't move on if you're standing still, but you can stop living if you lose your will. The road gets hard and your love grows cold, when you doubt your heart but you know your soul. I've been there a time or two, and it's a long, hard road. Don't give up on me, it gets better soon. It gets better soon. When you're at the end of your road and all your bridges have been burned, you're hanging by a single thread, I'll be there to take your hand. I've been there a time or two, and it's a long, hard road. Don't give up on me. Stronger than you've ever been, so go and rest your weary head, and I'll be there to hold you tight until the morning light. I've been there a time or two, it's a long, hard road. Don't give up on me, it gets better soon. It gets better soon. tune when I bought it. This guitar's been with me for a long time. It's every time I've gone out on tour, almost every show I've played, this guitar's been right beside me through it all. The song's it's an instrumental piece called 1,000 Miles Overdue. I really like playing in this room. This is a great place to play. I think that every community should have such a great place for the arts to come together and for people to share good beverage and refreshment and art. I think the world would be a much different place. This is a really great thing we have going here. You know, I have a lot of friends who complain about what they hear on the radio, saying, well, you know, there's bands in town that can play better than these guys. Well, and how come you're not going and see them play? Like somebody, somewhere, every night, there's a band playing, a really good group of people who are just trying to figure out how to make their mark. And if you don't like the music that's on the radio, well, then that's your problem. You need to go out there and support what's going on tonight. So you guys are shaping the face of the music industry by showing up and seeing a band play their heart out on a stage somewhere. It means a lot to all of us. You know, we keep working to perfect our craft and make the next best record we've ever made. And work 2 day jobs so we can find the right guitar to play at the right show. And it means a lot to see you all tonight. I think back to 17 when I wasn't broke down by this world around me. My heart sings a song so pure and free. I pray to God every night that He'd make a way for you and me. I'd hit the floor with my knees and ask Him for your hand to keep. Watch my love fade to ash, see the mountains tall and the oceans deep. Lost my hope and all my dreams, but they all came back to me. I pray to God every night that He'd make a way for you and me. I'd hit the floor with my knees and ask Him for your hand to keep. There's a part in this one for everybody. Let's all do that. Everybody with the cookies is thinking, boy, I picked the wrong time. Let's do it again. Nice. Now you're in my arms, my heart's at peace. You know, if I write more of these things, I might remember them eventually. This long road home sure was steep, but I learned to love and I learned to trust, 'cause life's too short to carry hate. I pray to God every night that He'd make a way for you and me. I'd hit the floor with my knees, ask Him for your hand to keep. Everybody ready? You're still chewing. Did you get that? Don't want to leave anybody out. In the morning light, I blink my eyes. Is this just another dream? Am I really where I think I am? Who's that angel that I see? I pray to God every night that He'd make a way for you and me. I'd hit the floor with my knees and ask Him for your hand to keep. Thank you so much, everybody.